Okay, I find this Trump meeting and negotiating with the North Korean leader hilarious. Here's why. You realize that Kim thinks he is a god? He does. And his people worship him as such. That's why they don't have freedom of religion in Korea, because you're required to worship the ruling family. And Trump, I don't know if he's ever negotiated with anyone before who actually has a much bigger ego than himself. But this is a case where it's true. I remember Kim's father back in the 90s when he was supreme ruler and worshiped by the people as a god. He went to play his first round of golf ever there in Pyongyang. And the report was that in 18 holes, he shot a 38, including five hole in ones. Yeah, we're not talking about putt putt here, regular golf. And the people, of course, believe that. The North Koreans think that Kim is a, ready for this, omnipotent genius. And I guess he thinks that true of himself. So, how do you negotiate with that? I even read of a family that had defected to South Korea recently, and a girl was 15 when her family managed to get out, but she was scared to death even in South Korea because she knew that Kim could read minds. But she wasn't sure if he could read her mind now that she was out of the country. Very good theological question there. I'm not sure how to answer that, but it's just funny to think that Trump can negotiate with this guy. So let me tell you what I think about this whole deal. It's just incredibly a waste of time. Now, I know from the Democrat perspective, the greatest threat to our country is Russia. It's Russia, Russia, Russia every single day. And for the Republicans now, since it looks like they have the upper hand on this North Korean thing, they want you to believe that North Korea is the biggest threat and some nuclear deal is going to make all the difference in the world. Well, both sides are utterly wrong. The number one security threat for our country is China, and there's not a close second. So get the politics out of it and let's face what is true as our ultimate threat. And even worse, North Korea, listen, they are nothing more than, I don't know, a puppet, a stepchild of China. They are 100% controlled by China. There is going to be no deal done that China is not fully behind. Actually, you know what? Trump negotiating with North Korea is like to deal with the NFL anthem issue. He would go meet with a Little League football coach in Missouri. And whatever deal was made there, somehow that was to, work with the NFL. It's just really a waste of time. Now, I give Trump credit for getting the hostages out. And I just hope that, well, I hope no deal is done because here's my experience. I'm an old guy now, and I've watched a lot of these deals go down. The last one was, of course, with Iran. Here's what happens in all these deals. Number one, the only thing we get out of the deal is a bunch of unfulfilled promises. Yet they get, we take the sanctions off. We greatly strengthen their economy and their ability to pay off terrorists and build up their weaponry. And just for a tip in the deal, we always give them a boatload of cash from the taxpayers. So I hope it doesn't happen. I hope at the end of the day, after their meeting, Trump hops on the plane and the first thing he tweets is, no deal. And I thought Rocket Man was something real, but he's really nothing more than a pea shooter man. Something like that, I will feel like, okay, this has been a success.